I'm What Is Hip here with Merlini. It's MLG Columbus. It's getting pretty late into the night. There's been 2 of the main stage games. Third one's going on right now. What game did you actually cast yourself?
I casted the DK Liquid game.
So that was a bit rough for the American team.
I thought it was going to be like 50-50 going into MLG, but after seeing DK play against Alliance, DK just brought their A game here.
Do you think that it was like more of a picks thing, or do you think that really they just outplayed Liquid?
I think it's both. Like Alliance and Liquid, they both picked something that's very familiar with them, something that works very well in the Western scene. And DK, they just read them like books, completely outdrafted them, and completely outplayed them.
Yeah, the Pugna pick is what most people are talking about. It was just completely just shut down their entire lineup.
Yeah,
it's like,
it really did.
You put Ward down. Oh, Jesus, that's loud. You put a Ward down. There's just nothing
that
you can do.
Fan walking
yeah, it was a Liquid fan leaving. But all right, so you've been casting with Beyond the Summit recently. You've done a couple tournaments there. What's it been like doing that? I mean, full-time-ish.
It's fun. I moved out to LA in August, so I can cast with them more. I've done a little bit of work with ASC and another studio, but most of my work has been with Beyond the Summit. I don't actually live with the guys now. They're planning on getting a new studio by the end of this year.
You've outgrown.
I know.
There's a lot of people are doing there, are like living there and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. LD is really messy though. I do not want to live right next to him, or I mean, he is.
Is it like a dishes thing or like a clothes thing? So there's like different.
Like a dishes thing. He's an ice cream thief.
Oh.
There's been rumors of him stealing everyone's ice cream. Everyone's like, where'd my Klondike bars go? Where'd my ice cream bars go? And then LD's like, I may have had one, and then there's like half the thing gone.
The next day he's like, and another one also.
Everyone else is like, no, I didn't touch him at all. And then there's like they keep disappearing. So he's a well-known ice cream thief.
Documented. So, all right. So don't live with LD as an ice cream thief. All right.
Don't put desserts in the fridge. I think he's okay otherwise, though. He's a very nice guy. I like both of these guys off camera, and this is one of the reasons why I chose to go with BTS. They're just very friendly guys. They're very supportive. They're helpful. They get their shit done financially and just in general.
Yeah, they're pretty well organized. They're good guys. No one dislikes gods ever. I think it's impossible. I don't think you dislike gods. So, what's it been like? You've been doing the whole streaming, casting. You've been doing that pretty much full time now.
Yes.
For a while.
Like almost a year.
Yeah, I remember when you started streaming. So, how's that been going? Do you have plans in the future? Are you delaying anything to do Dota?
I'm just trying to expand on things that I wanted to do initially. I wanted to create more guides for players. I wanted to have a better YouTube channel, and that's just a lot of work for one person. I was thinking about hiring a secretary, half jokingly, but half at the same time, I have cast that needs to be scheduled. There's always teams that have issues, oh, we got to go to Korea now, so we can't play, and then there's all these scheduling issues, and then between streaming and making videos and casting, I'm completely booked up. And I mean, on top of that, personal life stuff. Yeah, that kind of life thing gets in the way.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do all those things at once, but a lot of people really like your YouTube channel. You've got the mailbag. You have, which is pretty well organized. Pretty much everything you do is very well organized. And
hopefully that will come online.
What do you think of the new coaching system?
I have not tried it out, but it looks promising. The one thing that's really annoying about it is I try and invite people to play, and then I get 5, and then one person joins. He's like, shit, I'm the coach, and then he leaves the group, and then my queue gets screwed up, and it usually takes me 4 to 5 minutes to find a game, and then I'm like, okay, well. Just twiddling my thumbs, and then another person joins. They're like, "Oh, is there any room?" It's I don't want to be coached, and how do I leave? And then it's just it takes me 20 minutes to find a game. It's oh man, but I wish you could disable it maybe. But I mean, I hear it's decent. It's a very good idea, and I think they implemented it decently well. I was actually kind of surprised that you can matchmake with it, but it's overall it's very very good. Not that many people have asked me to do it. A lot of people asked me to coach earlier in the year, but kind of I guess people know I'm busy, which is not a bad thing.
So just a small question relating to that. So there was some speculation on Twitter. I don't remember who originally mentioned it, but this is not really, it's not that exciting gossip, but the possibility of having a 6-man in your game when you're doing competitive games. Do you think there's a place for that? Because that's, some teams used to have a coach sitting in the back.
I don't know. I don't think it would do too well just because it's if you're good enough to be a coach, you should just be playing competitive yourself. And unless you want to hire one and just invest so much in one into something that's not really proven, it's a really risky venture. Just because most of the managers now, they probably play Dota, but they're in no way, shape, or form qualified to be a coach. And I mean, these teams already like dish out a decent amount of money in terms of player salary, footing the bill, sometimes the flight of an event. So I don't really think it's in their budget, and until it's like proven that it actually works out very well for them, I don't think we'll see it for some time to come.
Yeah, I think that's definitely fair enough. So how long are you going to be doing Dota for like the foreseeable future?
No idea. It depends on when Dota slows down. And as of recently, we hit like 7 million unique players, and we had like 3 million in July or June, and it's like
It's growing.
yeah. So I mean, once it like starts slowing down, then maybe I can take a step back and look like, oh, what do I want to do in the future if Dota doesn't pan out. But as it stands right now, Dota is on the upswing, and I'm glad I jumped in when I did.
Yeah, it seems like you've had a good time so far. So,
Playing Dota.
are you doing any events in the future for casting that you know of?
D2L,
Big tournaments?
or the HyperX D2L playoffs is in December, and then the grand finals are in Vegas in January. But aside from that, like it's rare that tournaments are planned out like more than a month in advance. So if I knew of any, I would. But I always have to be like, well, I need more notice. I need more notice. I need more notice. But it seems like organizers like we will tell you the very last minute when things will happen, and you will accept. So.
And you'll say yes no matter what. So how's the D2L been going? It's the regular season's done now. It was
Yes.
it was a pretty like you casted like all times of the day.
It was a lot of casting, which was fun though. It was good to see a lot of Eastern teams. I don't get that much of a chance to cast Eastern teams, but I mean the big surprise to me is that DK looked very weak, and LGD China, I think they swept it 7-0 as did Alliance in the Western Division, and like that's really the big surprise of MLG, just like DK just coming out and just dominating everybody.
I totally agree. But I don't know. I think you're right. It's pretty crazy to see the shift here, but
What's
we'll
the
see.
most surprising thing for you? This is not all about me. What's the most exciting thing?
most exciting thing?
Most exciting person.
I don't know. It's
Craziest
always
thing?
pretty fun. It's fun to meet all the NA Dota people that I talk to on a regular basis.
Any Dota people are clowny.
Yeah, they're pretty clowny. I met Ryu Borez last night. That's a good time. He's a funny guy.
He's a Texan.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's my most fun thing. I like coming to LAN events and meeting people, hanging out. Nothing.
It's always a good time.
Yeah. So all right. Any shout outs or anything you want to say?
Shout out to my girlfriend. Shout out to the BTS people for being very awesome and supportive, and couldn't come this far without them. And for people like you, handing out interviews and getting shit done. I appreciate your job. It's a tough job. Hopid and you and
Hopid is crazy with interviews.
I know.
He does so many. I don't know. Well, they've got a whole bunch of people. It's me and Sunzu.
That's loser talk, man.
Yeah, making excuses. Did you watch the Smash documentary?
I did not.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I won't make the joke. You should watch that though. Okay, so in the Smash documentary, if you make in the Smash community, if you make like an excuse, it's called John, because there used to be a person named John who would make a lot of excuses. So I just made a John. That was a bad excuse.
No excuses. That's loser talk.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and have fun the rest of the event.
Yep. Looking forward. Too bad for you guys that couldn't join us. Got to come next time.
Yeah.
Or TI4. It's gonna be awesome. I hope you're there.
I'll probably be there.
Yes.
It's too fun.
I should say I
to
will
pass
be
it up.
there.
I
Don't
will
say
be there. Yeah.
probably.
Well-
No Johns.
No Johns. All right, thanks, guys. And you can find me on Twitter at WhatIsHipTV. And stay tuned to GosuGamers for more interviews and content and articles. And
What is it?
There's a
I think
blog.
If you type that in all lowercase, it looks like
what I ship. Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a
You might
big
need to change the
problem.
name.
It's too late now.
You could change it to what's hip.
I could just cut the I.
Yeah.
That might work.
But then people might say what ship, but that doesn't really make
That makes less sense than
Yeah.
what I ship though, because I understand that it's
Yeah.
a problem. All
Then
right.
you have to rebrand everything.
Yeah, then I have to make a new website, and then I have to.
That's also more excuses.
More excuses.
You're full of them today.
All right, thanks for joining us, and have fun.
Yeah. Thanks.